Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is Mars Ham. He came a long way to end up in a sandwich with egg. We get a 3-lander with all tap lands early. Gotta love it when that happens. We do have double stock up, a virtue to get our land back, and a sweeper. This is a bit slow, but fine. Keep your pants on. We draw another passage. That's a bonus. We'll crack it at the end of their turn. They play out a stoat, a first striker with lifelink. That's not usually a guy that life gain plays out, so maybe there's something else. Let's crack our passage, and we'll grab a forest. We'll play out a desert, and get our passage back. All the early tap lands will make us a bit slower than usual, but at the same time, their 2/2 isn't going to kill us off before we can defend ourselves. They drop in a channeler, and it's going to get bigger when they swing in. Of note is that they did not drop in a third land. The question here is to drop in the passage or the desert. I do like using the passage to help thin lands out of the deck. They play out a Feather of Flight, an aura that gives a power boost and flying to one of their men. Their men will get in a 7 spot on us. We draw an island, but we'll be playing out our second passage. We'll get a plains, and that will let us fire off our sweeper on our next turn. For this turn, we'll blink out their men at the end of our turn. This will make them disappear, and they'll get them back at the end of their turn. It'll save us from attacks, and they'll return as plain Janes. They say nice. I know, bro. Hope you think this is nice too, lol. And that's their team gone. With the pressure gone, we can work on developing our board. At long last, we can fire off a stock up and grab some cards to position ourselves better. Well, we were hoping for at least another land, but a Horn of Plenty will be a good start. For the second card, the Knights of Round should do the trick. We'll be at 7 mana once we get our Horn of Plenty in play. They finally get a third land and play out an Innocence. The life gain crew hasn't really materialized in the form they usually do, and that's too bad. For them, this turn we'll go with our Horn of Plenty, then follow up with our second stock up. I would love to grab some lands, but let's take the bounce and the procession. They go for a Boob armor on their sheep. That's why we got the bounce. Let's send their Innocence back to their hand. They get us with a Restoration Magic. Their Innocence will be safe this time. They play out a Seam Rip that doesn't do anything. It looks like they thought our Horn of Plenty was 2 mana or less. We draw another Horn of Plenty, and we'll play it out. We'll still have the mana for another sweeper. It's a perfect solution to their Innocence. There is no coming back from this. That must have been their last guy. That's GG's, extra cheese. And that, my friends, wait, why would they put Boob armor on a sheep? Is another satisfied customer.